What is up, traders? Happy Thursday. It is 10:12 in the morning right now. We made one trade this morning on the open for crude oil. Today was my first day trading for the whole week, so I actually switched brokers from TD to another broker, got some better margin, got some better lower commissions, and yeah, today was the first day trading for the week, and it was a great day. We took a short early on at the open, and yeah, we're already done. Just wrapped up, and yeah, let's get into this trade right now. All right, so what we're looking at today. Okay, so let's zoom out a little bit. Let's see what went down overnight. So over here on the left side, this is these are tick. This is a tick chart, right? So these bars are volume based. I know they don't look like candlesticks, right? You're probably like, what are you looking at? This is a tick chart. These are volume bars, okay? So for every bar is 1,000 contracts traded. So every time 1,000 contracts gets traded, a new bar comes up, all right? And it looks like we left some money on the table, but it's all good. This is gonna keep dropping, right? If it does, whatever, I'm done for the day. I'm not worried about what's going on. So let's see what happened overnight. So overnight, we kind of accepted into this range, right? 56.94 to 56.40, okay? So we got that acceptance into this range, and we moved up all the way until the other side, right? And then what happened at the other side? Sellers popped in, and this was rejected at 56.94, or let's call it like 57, right? So sellers popped in there, and this was a failed imbalance up, okay? So this is a failed uptrend, is imbalance up in English, right? Uptrend fails, right, at what time? 8:11. So from 8:11 on, what happens? Sellers stepped in, okay? We get back into this zone, 56.94 to 56.40, right? What happens? Sellers keep coming in. Buyers try and step in here. Weren't able to get the job done. And at this point, if buyers were to step in and push this higher, you know, we would have broke out of this zone and we would be up around 57.30s right now. But buyers weren't able to get the job done. Sellers at this point in time were in control at the open. So I hopped in. I made sure that buyers weren't able to, you know, get above this developing value area, this shaded blue, right? So they weren't able to stay above 56.80s, okay? And what ends up happening? We got that move that I was looking for. Sellers hopped in and pushed this lower towards the other side of this value area, 56.40, and that's where I was taking my profits, okay? So I shorted here at 56.72, 5 contracts. So for every penny it moves, I make $50, okay? So whatever we got here, 56.72, right? And then I took one off here. So I scaled out some profits here. Good job, Jay. Took one off. That was $100, right? And then what happened? So I was kind of holding my nose when it retraced up to here, right? But that was good. That was another confirmation that buyers are pretty weak at this point. As we see down here on the tape, no real buying. It was pretty sideways right here, but then on the price chart, you see it was the slope was a little different, right? So buyers really looked like they were coming in here, but not on the tape, not on the tape. So that's another tool that I use, order flow. And yeah, we got this kind of return pullback, right? Another entry right here if you wanted to short this. And I looked at it as a scalp. It wasn't like a big home run trade. It was just a scalp to the other side of this zone, okay? And that's exactly what I did. Sellers came in, retraced. A lot of weakness from buyers. Sellers were able to push it right back down, and I took all of the rest off here at 56.49 and 56.45. And let's see what the P&L looks like. $1,100 for the day. And I want to say this took, so I entered at 9:02? Why is it in military time on my journal? Whatever. 9:02, 14:02. 9:02, I got in, shorted, and then I took one off at 9:07 and the other one at 9:35. So about 30 minutes of work this morning for $1,000. I'll take it. And yeah, I'm done. I don't really care what this does for the rest of the day. I'll come back tomorrow morning and check things out, see how it goes. But yeah, that was a short today. Like I said, we had a rejection of that 56.94 level. You would think, well, if this were to continue being imbalanced up, right? So if this were to break above this level, and we got a pullback here, then I would have been long, right? But we never really got out of that zone in order for me to say, hey, this might continue up. And yeah, so we were kind of balanced in between this area. It tried to get imbalanced, failed, and that's when I was like, hey, sellers are really starting to get in control here. And we saw that early on in pre-market, so 8:30, sellers kind of started driving this down. And then at the open right here, buyers tried to step in, wasn't happening, and that's where I decided to hop in and, you know, see if this trade would work out. And it did, okay? Most of the time in the past, I would have just flattened my trade out right here because it was so close to my entry. And I actually, I was in the red for like a couple seconds there. I was in the red 3 ticks. So in the past, I would have just flattened it out, got out of the trade and whatever, and then it would have went my way, right? But now I'm getting better at removing my emotions from trading, right? It's always a constant, never-ending improvement, right? That was, shout out to Tony Robbins for that. I didn't even mean to say that, but in his book, Awaken the Giant, whatever, within, he says constant and never-ending improvement. So that's kind of what trading is. Constantly, never-ending, improving, right? So yeah, that was a good job for me. Give a round of applause. But yeah, that was the trade for me this morning. I like to get in and out quick. If I nail the early trade, that's it. I'm cut off. I'm done for the day. Because I've noticed that like when I trade in the afternoon, it's more like scalping. And I don't really do too good in those situations. Even though this was a scalp, it was the early trade and the volume was there, right? So afternoon trades kind of messed me up. But we nailed it today, baby. We're getting better every single day. I appreciate you guys watching. And yeah, if you want to, also another thing, we opened up right here at 56.72. That's this blue A right here. So this is the value chart on the side. And then right here, 56.79. This is where we rejected, right, at the open. And guess what? That was the value area high from Wednesday. Okay, so a nice rejection from that level. These levels continue to play out, and I pay attention to them. So that was the trade today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow.